What's going on, FA Nation? Justin Fensterman here, and we have a giant NBA slate on tap tonight. Let's talk about some of that value on the board. It's tonight's DFS NBA value video here on FantasyAlarm.com. At point guard, we got to go with Reggie Jackson. A cheap starting point guard and a major pace boost against a bottom three defense versus guards? Yes, please. Let's also not forget that both Paul George and Kawhi Leonard will be inactive. And oh yeah, Luke Kennard is out as well, taking out another shooter, and the Clippers will need Jackson to help anchor the scoring tonight. He's hit the 20-point mark in 3 straight games, and he's even been helpful grabbing long boards, at least 3 in 4 straight, and is dishing 4 dimes per outing for the year. We should once again expect him to take double-digit shots and play 30-plus minutes. He's coming off of a game in which he shot the ball 20 times, and the Clippers don't have a lot of reliable offensive weapons. He's shot at least 50% from the floor in 4 of his last 5 contests. Another Clipper we're going with for our shooting guard, Norman Powell. Let's double down on the Clippers because of how poor the Warriors are defensively overall, and that Powell has come alive in his last 3 games. Powell is looking at a usage percentage tonight at around 30, and he shot the ball 15 or more times in both of his last 2 outings, and he shot no lower than 55% from the field in 3 straight games. Powell should be looking at a lot of shots and around 30 minutes of action. He's a bit scoring dependent, but he's cheap and produces over a fantasy point per minute with George, Leonard, and Kennard out. He's also stolen the ball in 9 of his last 11 battles. At small forward, Gordon Hayward. The Sixers are coming off of playing last night, and they'll be without some of their depth once again, and trips to the basket should be a bit easier for Hayward. Since Hayward has returned from his shoulder injury, he's taken 14 or more shots, and with LaMelo Ball still out, he'll be heavily prioritized and should be looking at 12 to 16 field goals this evening. Hayward has been helping out on the glass, pulling down 5 or more boards, and even dropping 5+ dimes in both games since returning to action. He plays heavy minutes and has posted steals in 3 of his last 4 contests, dating back to before he was injured. The Sixers are a bottom 13 team at defending small forwards. At power forward, we're going Harrison Barnes. We want a piece of this Kings-Hawks game with the expected total exceeding 240 points. The Hawks rank 17th in the league at guarding power forwards, and with both of these teams ranking in the top 7 in pace of play, it'll be a very quick back and forth throughout the night. Barnes has shot 50% from the field in 4 straight, and he's been a bit more helpful on the glass in recent games, pulling down 8 or more boards in 2 of his last 3 outings. He's an aggressive driver, and he also is aggressive on defense, going for swipes. He's recorded steals in 8 of his last 9 contests. We should see Barnes take 10 to 12 shots tonight, as he's hit double figures in shot attempts in both of his last 2 games. Finally at center, Paul Reed. Reed didn't start versus the Nets last night, but he came through big time off the bench, and with Montrezl Harrell's limited offensive ability, it could work in Reed's favor, and it's a bit of a gamble on FanDuel because the price is $5,400. But on DraftKings, hard to ignore him at $3,700 coming off of a 31-minute night off the bench. Charlotte is the weakest team in the league at defending centers. Reed posted a double-double against Brooklyn last night, and he posted multiple blocks and steals as well. He's actually stolen the ball in 3 straight games. The Sixers don't have much depth behind the injured Joel Embiid, and after last night, let's see if Philly gives Reed the same run against a very weak front court. They're without 3 prime offensive players. And that's your DFS NBA value video, FA Nation. A lot of ways you could go tonight with 12 games on tap, 24 teams in action tonight. Let's have some fun and let's win.